How well do you know the popular series Game of Thrones? This video will test your skills. I have put together 10 plus 1 fan facts for Game of Thrones. Plus 1 because one of them is going to be a lie. And I challenge you to find out which one is the fake fact and comment down below. I will reveal it at the end of this video. So let's get started. Number 1. The guy who played Ramsay Bolton was the runner-up for Jon Snow. Ivan Rheon played the villain Ramsay Snow Bolton, but he was almost the hero of the story. The actor told The Telegraph that he auditioned for the pilot of Game of Thrones and was down to the last two for Jon Snow. Obviously, he didn't get the role that went eventually to Kit Harington, and when he was eventually cast as Ramsay, the producers just gave him the character of Boy, so as to avoid spoilers about who he was really playing. He wasn't allowed to talk to anyone about it from the beginning of filming to the broadcast at the end of season 3, and he was supposed to say to everyone his character is Boy, which was really embarrassing, the actor recalled. Number 2. Fake blood left Emilia Clarke stuck to the toilet. You know you have a weird job when it sticks you to the toilet. Emilia Clarke told Jimmy Kimmel that during filming for the season 1 scene where Daenerys Targaryen ate a stallion at heart, she ended up covered in so much sticky fake blood that when she took a bathroom break, it stuck her to the toilet. Clarke told Vulture the fake horse's heart was truly disgusting to eat. They promised her that it would taste similar to a gummy bear, and it definitely didn't, said the actress, and she described it as sort of a congealed jam kind of thing. On the outtakes, she was cleaned into a bucket, because she says it was just a reflex when you taste something that's just so disgusting. She said you kinda just instantly want to get rid of it. It's safe to say that she didn't eat lunch that day.
Then the day comes round and it tastes really gross.
Perfecto.
Oh, there we go. Yeah, that's real. That's real.
Number 3. Tyrion is the main character, as proven by math. No single character has appeared in every episode of Game of Thrones to date. Only 3 characters have been in every episode of a given season. Lena Headey and Jack Gleeson, who portrayed Cersei Lannister and King Joffrey Baratheon, were in every episode of season 1, and Peter Dinklage, who plays Tyrion Lannister, was in every episode of season 2 and season 5. Also, mathematicians scoured author George Martin's A Song Ice of Fire book series and published a paper analyzing who is the most interconnected character in the series. Their results showed that Tyrion interacted with the most characters. As a result, they wrote that their analysis suggests that he is the true protagonist of the book. Peter Dinklage, who portrays Tyrion Lannister in the show, appears in more episodes than any other cast member. Dinklage is in a total of 61 out of 67 episodes. Number 4. Joffrey was supposed to end as the king on the Iron Throne after the finale. Jack Gleeson, the actor who portrayed the evil Joffrey Baratheon, said in an interview that according to George Martin, the character of Joffrey was supposed to last until the very end of the series and end up on the Iron Throne for good, after his character would go through a long redemption arc. However, the character was so much hated by the audience that Martin, alongside the writers, decided quickly to change the fate of Joffrey and instead kill him off in season 4. Number 5. Charles Dance really did skin a stag for his first scene. The actor who portrayed Tywin Lannister told the Daily Beast the craziest thing he ever did on Game of Thrones came in his very first scene as Tywin Lannister, back in season 1, episode 7, when his character was introduced while skinning a stag. He said the showrunners approached him, asked him if he was a vegetarian, he replied no, and then they told him about the deer. So this butcher arrived with a dead animal and they gave him a little room to work in, gave him a sharp knife and showed him how to skin it and spill the guts into a bucket. The next day, they gave him another dead animal and they shot it. It was a bloody good time, said the actor, but it took him 2 days to get the smell off his hands. Number 6. The Lord of the Rings was a major influence. Now, it may seem obvious that author George R.R. Martin was inspired by J.R.R. Tolkien epic's fantasy The Lord of the Rings when writing A Song of Ice and Fire, but it's true, and the film series has some connection to the TV series, including the link of Sean Bean. Bean played Boromir in The Lord of the Rings, The Fellowship of the Ring, and Ned Stark in Game of Thrones Season 1. Because Sean Bean's characters tend to die in everything, he never made it past the first installment of either series.
Because the minute you kill Gandalf, the suspense is 1,000 times greater. Because now anybody could die. Of course, it's had a profound effect on my own willingness to kill characters at the drop of a hat.
Number 7. Lena Headey used the body double for Cersei's Walk of Shame. At the end of Season 5, Cersei Lannister had to do a nude penance walk through King's Landing, aka her Walk of Shame. Actress Lena Headey used the body double for the scene, with an actress named Rebecca Van Cleve doing the walk naked. Headey told Entertainment Weekly that some of the fans thought she was less of an actress for using a double, but she explained that she's done nudity and she's not adverse to it. But as a very emotional actor, in order to do her job, she allows herself to be really vulnerable. And the thought of being naked for 3 days, she said, and trying to contain in her the way she would be, she thought she would feel very angry, which was something that simply would not fit emotionally in that scene. Number 8. Real-life marriage. Kit Harington and Rose Leslie, cast members who played Jon Snow and Ygritte respectively, were wed to each other on June 23, 2018 in Scotland. They fell in love while playing the dynamic couple on screen, and he popped the question in September 2017. Number 9. Contact lenses. Maisie Williams wore painful contact lenses to play blind Arya Stark in Bravos at the end of Season 5 and the start of Season 6. Williams told the New York Times that for a lot of time the close-ups she had contact lenses that were opaque, so she couldn't really see a thing anyway. For the fight scenes, she had contact lenses she could see through, just for safety reasons. On the other side, Daenerys Targaryen in the books has purple eyes, but David Benioff said that when they tried filming Emilia Clarke with color contacts, it lessened her performance. Thus, they abandoned the lenses. Number 10. Peter Dinklage was the only actor considered for Tyrion. When they originally started casting the show, George R.R. Martin said there were 2 roles that he and the showrunners agreed on instantly: Peter Dinklage for Tyrion Lannister and Sean Bean for Ned Stark. Martin said that they never considered anyone else for Tyrion but Peter Dinklage, and no one else read for that part. However, Dinklage almost turned down the role because it was in the fantasy genre. He had known David Benioff and he was a huge fan of his writing, and that was what really got him interested in the project, Dinklage said himself. He just had one hesitation. Because of the fantasy genre, he said he didn't want a really long beard and pointy shoes, and they assured him that this character and this world wasn't that. They told him about his complexity, the fact that he wasn't a hero or a villain, and that he was a womanizer and a drinker. They painted a flawed and beautiful portrait of him, and so he eventually signed on. Dinklage went on to win Emmys and a Golden Globe for his role.
I did not do it. I did not kill Joffrey, but I wish that I had.
Number 11. Sophie Turner adopted Lady. Sansa Stark bonded quickly with Lady, her ill-fated direwolf, and Sophie Turner has a similar bond with Juni, who played Lady in Season 1 and then joined the actress's family. As the actress said herself, growing up she always wanted a dog, but her parents never wanted one. And then she kind of fell in love with her character's direwolf, Lady, on set. Eventually, her mom persuaded the production team to let them adopt the dog. And that's it. These will be my fan facts for the popular Game of Thrones series. Which one surprised you the most? And which one you think is the fake one? Let us know in the comments below, and be sure to stay till the end to find out which one it is. Till the next one, have an amazing time, and I'll see you all later. For those of you that made it to the end, number 4 is a fake fact that I made up.